What's up everybody? Thanks for watching my video, my uploads of Dark Souls 2. It's a play walkthrough that I'm doing. I'm not going to actually probably do many games. This is purely for the fact that I'm a fanatic slash freakazoid for the Dark Souls, Demon Souls games. Now, I'm a long time player, first time uploader, so please bear with me in terms of my lingo. So if I don't have anything correct, I'm sorry, I do apologise, please forgive me. Now this is pretty much a man's world, the gaming world, so I really am just doing this for shits and gigs. If I get anyone that watches this video, thank you so much for watching. Now, here's things betwixt. Right, this is the beginning part. I've skipped the whole beginning credit because you know what, you've probably seen it a billion times. I know I watched it a billion times before the game was even released. I absolutely love the feeling of Japanese RPGs. They are the bomb. They are the shiznick. Now, we're coming up to this first area. There's nothing here apart from an item down here, which is a rusted coin. The rusted coin gives you a boost of luck, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong. It gives you better items if you use it. It is random at times, so you can't really know exactly how much percentage that it boosts you. It's just back from Demon Souls where you had the luck, where you could like upgrade your vitality, intelligence, and things like that. Now these little fellas here on the floor, I have no freaking idea what they are. Don't attack them. As you can clearly see, they're not attacking me. They're just curious as to who I am. But these guys, if you attack one of them, you'll have all of them on you like water ice. And I have nothing in my inventory right now, and I'm not going to try and get them. But you can kill those guys, but they're little hardy characters when they're all like that and you've got nothing to protect yourself. Now this is a little secret section. So as you're coming up from those little dudes from where you woke up, just chuck a left. There is a Cyclops up here, some big dude. He's actually guarding some gold resin, pine resin. Now, I have nothing to fight him with, so I can't kill him at this point. There is no way in hell I can kill this guy. So what I'm going to try and do is lure him out, and I'm just going to run and duck down in the little hole to the right. So, let's see, hopefully he doesn't get me. Woohoo! Haha! So, while I'm luring him over to here, because I want him to get away from that res, I'm just going to jump down in this stream and go get my silky smooth stone. Now that silky smooth stone, you may feel that, oh, it's useless if you've played this a couple of times, but it's actually good for the next part in the tutorial area because there's some crows there, and I'll explain it once we get there, but at this point, I'm not going to pass it up, even though I've played this game thousands of times. So now we're just going to go backwards again. And go back up from the Cyclops so I can get that res I really want it, because it's good for boss weapons. You apply it to your right hand. It boosts your attack damage. Boo! Anyway, this game's so sick. Like, I was playing Demon Souls last night. I had to go back and see what I was missing in terms of what I used to play in terms of the games. And you know what? It's still fucking sick. Mind my language. I know I'm a bit crude at times, but you know what? It's still a good game. The graphics are a bit outdated, but they're still good, considering. So I'm going to skip these credits because you've already seen it. But here we go. What is my name? I'm just going to chuck in mine. It's not like you're going to really see it anyway. It's going to be more like my PlayStation login name, which is not even mine, it's the partner's. So, it'd be pretty cool if I actually played with one of you guys in terms of a phantom or a summon. Probably have, you never know. I'm not actually going to go through all the dialogue through the NPCs and things like that, because at the end of the day I am strapped for time because of YouTube. I'm only a baby in terms of timing, so I can only keep it to So if I'm skipping anything in particular, just give us a bell down in the comment bar. So class, this is a very important page for anyone. If you're new to Dark Souls or Demon Souls, this is where you can choose your class. Now each individual class does have different items that you start off with in different stats, so we'll have a look. The default, and in the intro, everyone says that to start off as a warrior if you're a noob, because you do have a shield to begin with. If you have a look in your right hand corner, and you get a pretty sick sword for a beginner, and down the bottom right you can see all your stats there. So if we just drop down to the knight, you'll see it changes. You get no shield or anything, and your stats change. Swords. Now, Swordsman is a new character that has been added into the games. It's something different. I don't know. He's alright. At the end of the day, you can just upgrade your stats and things like that, but I don't know about it. I am a sucker for if it ain't broke, don't fix it. But I know that the enemies that you fight with the two swords and has no head, which you'll find in the game yourself, they're actually pretty hardy little guys too. They're really quick because they're not carrying a shit type of equipment. Because back in Demon Souls, you had a burden of how much that you could carry, and that includes all your stones for upgrading your equipment. So this one now, with Dark Souls 2, there has been quite substantial amount of changes that's just made it much easier for the player. But then again, there's your pros and cons, because I did like the brutality from Demon Souls. And then you go your bandit, and you get the gifs of everything. I'm probably going to go for the sorcerer. Any game I play, any RPG, any Japanese RPG that I play, I always go for the sorcerer. I don't know, I'm a sucker for sorcerers. I love it. I know a lot of people are going to say the sorcerer is going to end up harming you further on. It's going to be weaker compared to everybody else, but you know what? I love the challenge. So I'm just going to go with the sorcerer. Gifts. Now, gifts. You get all this stuff in the game anyway. There's nothing here that you can't get apart from the petrified something. Now, your life ring you can purchase from merchants or pick it up in chests or off enemies. Human effigies, we'll get one straight away in the Firekeepers, probably in the house upstairs, in a chest. Healing wares is a good one, because you do get all those gems and you get your moss, but you can farm moss later on, and your gems you can either purchase off Malentia, a merchant, or you can just get them off the enemies in the next section anyway, because they drop them because we're only babies. Homeward Bones, they're cool. They get you to go back to the last bonfire that you had rested at. So if you're halfway through the game, you're like, I don't want to be here, I want to go to a different route, you can actually just use one of those and it'll take you straight back to that bonfire. The Seed of Tree of Giants, that's good for online playing. So if you've got anybody that invades you, they're really good to have. And you can actually get other items that stops them from using Estus Flasks as well. If they invade you, you can quickly use one of those, which I'll show you further on in the tutorial. Your bonfire aesthetic, I like these, because if you come at an impasse where you're stuck and you need to get effigies, for example, or if you want to farm an area that you've already farmed for souls, you can just chuck one of these guys on there and it makes the game a little bit more difficult in that area. So the bosses will come back, all the soldiers and all your enemies will come back, and then also they'll add phantoms in there and add random enemies here and there. So it does make it a little bit harder. I'm not too sure the difference between a bonfire aesthetic depending on the Plus game. I know the Plus game is once you actually complete the series, the actual game, you can start over again and just become stronger and stronger and get really, really, really sick stats and your weapons and stuff. Petrified something I'll probably go with. So we'll finalise the creation. Again, I'm going to skip this stuff.
All people come here for the same reason.
Now, I'm just going to quickly go upstairs, check what these ladies got so I can take it. How cool would it be if you could do this in normal life and they just sit there and watch you open up their drawers? That'd be freaking sick. Alright, so this is an effigy, I know for a fact. Yep, here we go. Quickly run downstairs. I'm not going to go through any of the NPC's dialogue purely for the fact that I'm trying to keep the time low, but please do go through them. She gives you some ladle, some housemaiden's ladle or something like that. I just don't really care about her item. So you go through the NPC's dialogue because they do actually give you the storyline, because with Dark Souls and Demon Souls there's not much that they actually give you in terms of the NPC storyline, so it is in for interpretation. But I'm going to have to leave you guys with this one. I'm just apologise, but that's all the time I have for. What I'm going to keep doing is recording, so just catch up on the next vid and check out, see how I go. Bye guys.